Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to You Always Win. I'm Guns for Hire, and I want to talk about today's update, the 5.10 on Fortnite, dropping today, and two things that I think you should take note. If you want all the details on the update, link to the article is in the description below, and you can read them all yourself. So the first big ticket item is Slurp Juice. You know Slurp Juice, that thing that you held on to, but if you found a shield potion, you're probably like, I don't need the Slurp Juice. You threw it away. Big changes to that might make you reconsider throwing that Slurp Juice to the side. So previously, Slurp Juice would give you 25 health points and 25 shield, and it would be a tick rate. So it wouldn't be instant, it would be around like 1 health points per 0.5 seconds. Now, and that's 50 total. So think of it as 50 total, but only 25 health, 25 shield. You couldn't split them up. But now they've changed it to 75. Not only that, they've made it smart. It's a smart Slurp Juice, where its focus is on health. But if your health is actually fully recovered, those 75 points automatically shift to your shields. So now Slurp Juice is going to buff up with the focus on your health, but if it's fully healed, it's not wasted. It automatically shifts to your shield, filling them up 75 points. Slurp Juice now is something that actually should not be discarded, at least in my opinion. You know, shield's obviously still important, but with that, it might make you strongly reconsider tossing it to the side. It should be noted though, however, this Slurp Juice, with the loot crate drops, and I know this isn't like across the entire map, but just the loot crate drops, but they've changed the basically the spawn rate of it from 11.25 down to 5 point something. Basically less than half of the original spawn rate. If that's the case with these loot crate drops, it could be reflected in the map overall. And the fact is that they did make it more powerful. So when you see it, just know that they're not as common anymore and considerably more powerful. Another important change to the Battle Royale is the starting health of wood and stone. Previously, the starting health of wood was 100, stone was 90, and metal was 80. This is why you see, wood going all over the place. Not to mention that the actual build rate was a lot faster for wood versus stone versus metal. But a lot of times when you're in the quick think of things, and you're just like wherever you were and you wanted to build something because someone was shooting at you, you'd use wood because the health of that actual wood was the highest when you first place it down. And so a lot of players use that. However, in this recent change, they're reducing the starting health of wood from 100 down to 80 and the starting health of stone from 90 down to 80, which is the same as metal. So essentially, wood, stone, and metal all have the same starting health of 80. So that initial strength when you place it down, they're all going to be the same. Wood no longer has that advantage. Starting health aside, wood still has a tremendous advantage, and that is the build time. You're talking about 20 seconds, or I think the recent change actually in this update for metal went from 20-second build to 25 seconds, even slower. They've increased the max strength of metal, but the build rate is super slow. They did the same thing with stone. They sort of increased the build rate as well. So wood, although it's kind of the same as stone and metal, to get from that base health point or whatever, the starting health of wood to its sort of established health is still a lot faster with wood. So it still has the advantage. But just know that when you're first placing it down, if you've got stone or metal and you want that initial protection, wood does not have an advantage anymore. So those are the 2 points that I wanted to focus on. It's just a quick update, but it's a huge change in terms of the dynamics of the game, in terms of how you play, when you place things. Slurp Juice, I know, like even from the limited time that I played on it, is something they're like, get rid of it, put your shield potion on, or get the shield potion, hold on to these things, the minis, and get rid of it. But now I don't know. How do you feel? Do you think with the changes to Slurp Juice, will it be more valuable? Do you find it something that you might like, I don't know, man, 75 points automatically shifting between health and shield? Or do you still place that emphasis like, listen, that's great and all, I'd like my health to be up there, but the shield is the most important thing to actually have up, in terms of boosting? I don't know if it'll change anything. What are your thoughts on that? Also, how do you feel about using wood all the time? I know the build rate is still really attractive because it's a lot faster, but in terms of that initial placement health, if it's the same line as stone and metal, do you think you're going to see an increase of people using metal and stone versus wood? Or is that build time still kind of unattractive? Also keep in mind the max health of these build materials, with metal going from 400 to 500. So considerably more powerful. Wood is at 200, so max health for wood is 200, with stone being at 300. So wood, with it being like half the build time in terms of making, max strength and everything like that, and it's still 2/3 the level of stone. I think personally, if I'm looking at those numbers, I still think wood is gonna be the winner here. Just know that if you're just using for something for quick protection, it doesn't have to be wood anymore. It's gonna be no different than placing stone or metal initially.